Hello, Richmond High School students, teachers, and staff members. Today, Friday, November the 10th, we are going to present to you a Veterans Day program. Veterans Day is celebrated tomorrow, November the 11th. So we want you to know the importance of honoring, remembering, and showing our respect and gratitude to all of our veterans, both past and present, who have fulfilled the patriotic duty to maintain the freedoms that we all enjoy in this country.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly rehailed at the twilight last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets crackling, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
November 11th, 1918, the day that marked the end of the war to end all wars, World War I. While it wouldn't be until 7 months later that the Treaty of Versailles was signed to officially end World War I. It was this day that truly marked the end and was commemorated in 1919 by President Woodrow Wilson when he proclaimed November 11th as Armistice Day to recognize all those who served in the Great War. In 1921, an unidentified World War I soldier was buried in Arlington National Cemetery. This site, overlooking the Potomac River in Washington, D.C., became a point of reverence for American veterans. Similar ceremonies occurred in England and France, where unidentified soldiers were buried in places of high honor. These acts of memoriam would serve as gestures giving universal recognition to all veterans on Armistice Day. In 1938, Congress officially recognized Armistice Day as a legal holiday to ensure proper and widespread observance of the war and to honor veterans who served in it. In 1954, Congress amended it to become Veterans Day to honor all those who also fought in World War II and the Korean War. President Eisenhower issued the first Veterans Day proclamation in October that year. The Uniform Holiday Bill in 1968 moved Veterans Day to Monday, but some states continued to observe it on the 11th. Then in 1978, Congress and President Ford passed legislation to move Veterans Day back to November 11th. Now, every November 11th, we take time to thank those who served for our country for their patriotism, love of country, and willingness to sacrifice of themselves for the greater good.
At this time, we have a special presentation. My father graduated from Richmond High School in the mid-1940s. Shortly thereafter, he enlisted in what was at that time called the United States Army Air Corps. He served until the end of World War II. I've always been very proud of my father's service, and I know many RHS students are proud of their parents' service. Today, some of our students want to honor their parents and all veterans by reading the poem, The Best on Earth, a Veterans Day tribute by Joanna Fox.
If someone has done military service, they earn the title veteran and more. They earn our deep respect and admiration that they are special, no one can ignore.
They sacrificed the comforts we enjoy. The list is long of all the things they gave. Our veterans are extraordinary people. They're loyal, dedicated, true, and brave.
When terror and invasion were real threats, they showed us they could handle any storm. We owe our freedoms and our lives to our veterans who served in uniform.
Our veterans should be celebrities. They're exceptional. No other group compares. We're grateful for the many things they've done, and they're always in our hearts and our prayers.
We owe our veterans support and friendship. Let no one ever question what they're worth. These men and women served us and our country. Our veterans, the very best on earth.
Next, we honor our RHS faculty and staff who have served, while the RHS Orchestra plays America the Beautiful.
So, as we end our program today, I would like to share with you the legend, the history of taps. There are many legends of the origin of taps. Put simply, after the Civil War, taps became the official bugle call for lights out at the end of each day. Colonel James A. Moss, in his officer's manual, first published in 1911, explained that the sounding of taps would be the most appropriate at all military funerals. Taps is also sounded during each of the over 2,500 military wreath ceremonies that are conducted at the tomb of the unknown soldier every year. As we close our ceremony today, let us all remember our ancestors, the first veterans who left their homes and fought to create this great nation that we all live in. To those veterans who fought to free the slaves, free the concentration camps of World War II, and who lent much more than a helping hand before, during, and after 9/11, and all the wars after that as well. To every man and woman in uniform who has ever responded to an American tragedy, and every veteran that helped write all the pages of history that fall in between. Today, we will end with the playing of taps. Taps, which will say good night and goodbye for all veterans who have served our country with both courage and pride. Thank you.